All right, we live, brother.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Littlejohn, the OG.
Y'all didn't know I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing that. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the crew and you. Your worst enemy right now, Corey Davis. To my top right, I got my number one guy, Commanders and SCSE number one fan, the OG Chuck. And then on assignment, we got G riding hard. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Oh, that's right.
Doing great. Congratulations, everybody, on the dub this weekend, baby.
Man, is this a first for everybody?
I think it is. Well, we all won.
That's a first.
Yeah.
I think. Listen, I'm good for an L to mess up the crew. So this is the first time that we've all had a dub on Sunday. On God, that's crazy. Congratulations, everybody. You're right, G. Right.
Hey. And I believe, Corey, aren't you leading your division now?
What a great Sunday for the Falcons to take command of for right now. Look, for right now. Top of the NFC South. Let me tell you something. I don't want to speak heavy about nothing because listen, I got a lucky rabbit's foot in my pocket. Goodness gracious, but yes. Congratulations to the Atlanta Falcons today on a humbled win, a lucky win, but at the same time an acceptable win. You know what I'm saying? So as always, towards the end of the game, we tend to give some pieces back to you, to get you back in the game, get your team back riled up, get your team hopeful, and we just end up lucky today, man. But yes, we are in first place. But where y'all want to start today, brothers?
Well, let's start in football, man. Y'all, let's start here, baby. Let's hit college. Let's hit some college games first.
Okay. Let me throw out a shout out to Southern University for trying their best. Because Lord knows Jackson State didn't leave nothing to chance for them. They gave them no shot. I think because they came on the internet talking trash, and that was the wrong thing to do. We didn't score a point, but I want to say they did a good job making Jackson State and the SWAC look even better. Shutout, and then Shedeur Sanders, another great masterful job at quarterback. What y'all got?
And the fact that game day was there, I mean, that was great too.
Oh man,
yes, sir.
Love you guys.
I love you too. Thank you. See you later. Sorry.
I can't remember game day ever being at the HBCU. I could be wrong.
Southern has been on game day before, college game day before, but they were being host. Like they were the beatdown team. Somebody,
Okay.
Yeah, this is our second time, but this was the first time they actually scheduled, the HBCU and two HBCU teams hosting. I do have one comment that I wish would have been a little bit better. Deion Sanders he wanted the SWAC coach for Southern, I forget his name, to come up too. And I'm not saying that he didn't accept, but he didn't come up. I don't know if he wanted to stay in the zone. You know, he didn't want to get all from what I was told from my people. It was he didn't want to get all into the hype of College Game Day. And listen, to me, man, I was like, this is inevitable. You wasn't gonna win. No way, you ain't score a point. You should at least came and showed your face. You know, thank you for doing all that you're doing. I don't know. I don't understand why some of these coaches are pushing back. You know, with the effort that Deion Sanders is doing, because we all know, truth be told, if it weren't for Deion, they wouldn't have come there. You know, I mean, I'm not saying they would have never, but you know, it wouldn't have been as hyped like they normally do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
I don't know why they're making Deion I mean, it's like when I say the GOAT, I don't mean like the GOAT, like I mean in a negative connotation. I don't know if some of these coaches are not loving what he's doing, because if he leaves, when he leaves, the SWAC is going to go back to what they were doing, unless you got a coach that can continue it. But what are you going to do if he leaves? I don't know, but I appreciate what
I was hoping that some of the doors have, because I think he's probably going to eventually leave, and I just hope that some of the doors have been opened. And it may not be another Deion, but at least somebody, maybe another HBCU coach would take what he started and continue on with it. They may not have, I guess, you know, as much of a fanfare as he does, but I just hope that as long as he's there, he keeps opening these doors, and these doors can remain open.
I hope so. I hope you're right, Charlie, because or either I hope what he's doing will have some of these other coaches step up some more, right?
Right.
You know, I mean, I don't know, but you can't keep being mad at the dude when he's trying to put you on. You know, if anything, you come and sit there and, you know, shake your hand with all this going on, but don't be upset with it, man. You know, but I don't know. Maybe I know we can only see it so much, but from what we see from a social media standpoint, he's trying to put them on. You know, he's giving these guys, you know, some flowers, giving them accolades. If he asks you to come on, though, we know we got to play this football game. I mean, play the role. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself seen, and hopefully, like you said, you can keep the torch going, pass the torch, something. But
you know, I think he could have done it where, because I think when Tennessee played Alabama, they brought Nick Saban on, but Nick Saban went up on the stage. You know, they talked to Nick Saban wherever he was, so he didn't necessarily have to come. He didn't necessarily have to come up on.
Oh,
the stage.
okay, yeah.
He could have. He still could have, you know, come on and made some comments, some statements, or whatever the case may be, and not been up there in the stage. I understand not being up in the stage amongst all the Jackson State fans and all that, but still, he would have had the. I'm sure they would get an opportunity to come on and show his face and make some statements, or whatever the case may be.
You mean like do a cameo, like from a different camera? Okay.
Yeah. You know, from the locker room, from wherever he is at that point in time, hotel room, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I think they still would have worked with him to bring him on if he wanted to come on.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. I'm hoping that you're right, that or maybe some other mitigating circumstances may have happened. But hey, well, what about this? Go ahead.
I like what you're saying, man. And then, like you said, if Deion was to leave, it'll all go back to the way it was, man, before he got there. He's like the OG said, man, he's opening up doors for not just Jackson State University. He's opening it up for the whole HBCU. And they need to take advantage of what he is doing, because in order for this to continue on, they have to jump on board. One man is not going to be able to do it, but he is showing you the way to go. And this era that we in, the climate and the world that we in now is social media. Deion has gathered that and understands what it is, and he knows how to use it to his advantage. That's why everybody is coming there. You see, I haven't heard anything from Eddie George's team.
Right.
You know, so all these everybody needs to take notes, man, of what he's doing, and like you said, jump on board with what's going on, man, and make it a movement, not just a one-person movement.
Let me tell you what's gonna get me. All right, so at the end of the season, when he does that SWAC, MEAC, the SCIA, when he does that combine, now you're gonna need him. You want your kids to get seen. You're gonna have to talk to him when he's doing this, when they're hosting it at Jackson State, and he gets 32. Well, he got 27 last year, right? He wanted all 32. But when they come this year, I'm pretty sure all 32 teams gonna show up this year, for what he's doing. But when you want your child, or one of your kids to get seen, what you gonna do then? What is Grambling gonna do? What is Southern gonna do? When it comes down to it, and you think that you got one or two guys that can make it,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, don't like you said, don't be like that. And I'm hoping that they do pass the torch to somebody, because I don't want him to leave, because I don't know if anybody can do the job, but I want somebody to be able to carry the torch if he does,
Right.
I just wonder if another, it would be great if another ex-NFL team, NFL player, if he decide to leave, that's got some kind of foundation, will come and step into that role too and keep that torch going, since it seems to be going at Jackson State. That would be, I guess, the best case scenario.
Yeah.
But I guess the thing is, though, he would have to change. If he did leave, a lot of what he's doing now, he's not gonna be able to do on the next level. All the social media and stuff. So, that's gonna go away. But some of that, a lot of it I like. One of the things I saw, I don't know if y'all saw it, when you talk about him trying to help not just Jackson State but other teams. I can't remember what team it was, but it was a team, I think it was in Alabama, whose practice field was just, I don't know, it looked like a pasture.
Alcorn.
And he went there and he saw what they had, and he went on social media and told people to reach out and help him, and he was going to try to do what he could help to improve their facilities and improve their practice field and those type of things. So it just goes to show that he's not just for Jackson State. He's for all HBCU, which I think, coming from HBCU, I think that is a great thing, because for the longest, it had been an equal playing field.
Right. That's the truth, boy. I think at the same time with that practice field, and then he sent on his payroll, he sent like 6 to 10 guys or whatever, because they needed what is it, like, the medical staff, like to tape up your ankles and all that stuff.
The trainers and all.
Trainers, yeah, man. You send them down there and you get them help. But man, listen, like you said, we can keep talking about it, but I just hope that somebody else can do that. I hope he stays, like I said, because nobody. He's a one-man advertisement, one-man marketing. He got a team, but you're right. I can't see him doing that same thing at Auburn or Georgia Tech or what else? Let me see. You got Georgia Tech, Auburn, and there was one other team. Arizona. Arizona State. Yeah, but I don't. He can't. D1 division. They don't allow that.
Nah.
So yeah, right. So yeah, but
So
that.
what's your next subject?
What you say, OG?
I guess not gonna say on that same note, when you're talking about Southern, I was real disappointed this weekend too, man. My South Carolina State Bulldog played one of the toughest teams in the NBAC last week and beat them, and then go to Morgan, who's one of the worst teams in the NBAC, and just get shellacked, boy.
They got shellacked?
Yeah, they got beat 41-14.
At least they scored.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is against an NBAC opponent that's at the bottom of the NBAC.
Did that mess up their chances to play in the
championship?
championship?
It doesn't mess up their chances. It just makes it a tougher road, because by them winning, if they had won, then they would be a game. They would still be a full game ahead of North Carolina Central. But not North Carolina Central and State have both lost the game, and Howard has not lost the game. So State is pretty much gonna have to win out to get back to the Celebration Bowl.
Howard is undefeated
in the MEAC.
Okay. Oh, okay.
They 2-0 in the MEAC. State's 1-1, and Central is 2-1.
Gotcha. Okay.
The State still has to play Howard, so they're gonna have to win out to get back.
Okay. Fellas, do y'all see a trend here with what we're talking about? We're moving more with these HBCUs, more black college football. I mean, is it the trend that we're talking about? Like I said, we're adding more. Like with OG, he'll bring in more of that we're having to open our eyes to. Who's responsible for that?
Deion, I think.
Yeah.
Deion.
Well, you know, I think he's more responsible about us talking about it. But, you know, I always to bring it up.
I know you always do.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but I think bringing it more and us talking about it on the show more is definitely Deion.
Okay.
Because I guess like we say, you know, the things that he's doing, the things he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Facts. I think we found a way to transition with that. You know what I'm saying? We found that, like I said, the HBCUs, even Galen, you know, he was saying, man, y'all, you know, I'm learning more about this, but it brings it more to a conversation where we talk about it. You know, they're finding a home for it with us.
Yeah.
And I think the crowd that showed up at game day in
What?
Jackson State
What?
actually helped the cause too. I mean, Deion asked them to come out, and he said, I know I saw a little clip. He said, no, not just the fans, the faculty. No, we need the city of Jackson to come out. And man, they did show up with it.
They came out in droves, man. They came out in droves.
It was a good showing.
Crowd.
Yeah.
Almost as huge as the crowd that was at Florida Georgia game, man. Okay, I give you that. Nope, you true. The Georgia Florida game. Once again, Georgia shows the dominance. But I think it just sets it up for this weekend,
Man.
where we have arguably the two best teams in the country. Set up for a show.
It's between the hedges too.
Y'all.
It's between the hedges too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man. So Tennessee is number 2 right now.
Oh, they jumped to number 2.
Yeah. Well, they splitting right now with Ohio State. Both of them are on the AP poll. They're both number 2s right now.
Wow.
But you know, they both got, I don't know how that is, but they did move up one, and it shows here 1. You know, well, I guess Ohio State would be 3, but they got them 1, 2, and 3, and then Michigan 4, Clemson 5. Alabama is 6. Still 7-1. But it's gonna be tough. Like I said, I'll know my squad next week. You know, this time while we talking, we'll know exactly. You know, between Tennessee will, I guess, ultimately become that number 1 if they did beat Georgia. You know.
So I think we talked about this maybe before you came on the show last week, Corey. What we were saying was that now Tennessee is number 2. So if whichever team loses, how far down do we think they'll drop? So if Georgia loses, how far down will they drop? If Tennessee lose, how far down will they drop? Do we think? And the first playoff rank, the first true rank is coming out Tuesday, I think.
Yeah. I'm biased to Georgia, but I always say this here: whenever we take an L, you know, we're criticized a little bit harder than Alabama. Will I say? You know, Alabama could take an L and then they'll move. You know, to me, they'll move fair spots. I'm gonna be straight with you. If Georgia loses, in my opinion, they'll move to possibly 5.
You think they drop out? I don't think they drop out. I don't think they drop out at the top 4.
Watch,
You think so?
That's just how the ball is rolled. Remember when we took an L, this first L, we dropped to 4. You know, it's like you get so close to getting out of there, but I just don't see them being fair.
You're gonna lose to the number 2. You're gonna lose to the number 2 team. I don't think you'll drop. I don't think they'll move. I can't foresee them moving Clemson up above Georgia.
Because Clemson hadn't lost a game yet. Okay, so all right, what about Ohio State? Ohio hadn't lost the game. Michigan hadn't lost the game. Do you think our strength of schedule is tough enough to where they'll move them ahead of them. I just don't.
I think
know,
so. I think the SEC in general, teams in the SEC are going to have a tougher schedule. Now, granted, Clemson has beaten some ranked teams.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Syracuse, who was ranked. They beat Wake Forest, who was ranked. So
we beat everybody who ranked.
I know what I'm saying, but I'm saying though. What I'm saying is that even though they've beaten those teams that are ranked, I still think that SEC team schedules gives them the edge because of strength of schedule.
Strength of schedule, okay. Yeah. I hope you're right, bro. I get so disappointed when I see, when they do us like that. If like you said, so you're saying if we're beat by the number 2 team, we should become the number 2?
I would think me personally, I think you should drop no lower than number 3, if that.
Number 3, right behind Ohio State, or
right behind Ohio State. I think still be ahead of Michigan.
Yeah. So right now the first place team on the AP poll get 1,528 votes. Second team got 1,500. Then the third was another 1,500. That's what it came in. And then under that was 1,300 in terms of points, Michigan. So hopefully you're right. We'll stay ahead, but we'll see, man. So let me ask you a question, man. Tell me about them Commanders today, man. I missed it being all tied up with my Falcons. Tell me about them Commanders, bro. I'm sorry. Are we done with college?
Yeah, I'm good with college.
Yeah, no, I think Kanisha made a valid statement where she said that a lot more celebrities are starting to come to HBCU games too. Welcome to the show, Kanisha. Yeah,
man, that's what's up. Even Galen wife, they went down there, on an exciting game, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that was when they were Alabama State.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alabama State homecoming. That was their homecoming.
Oh, they went to Alabama. I thought they went to Jackson State game.
I thought they went to Jackson State game.
Yeah, they played Jackson State for homecoming.
Oh, they went to Alabama State.
Alabama State today. Okay.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Echo.
Y'all hear that? Echo.
G.
Yeah, echo.
Can you hear it?
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
I can't hear nothing.
Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
You gonna hear that echo? It's like 3 seconds behind.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix it. Okay, gone.
It's gone.
I think that's G on the end. Is that you, G?
I don't hear anything. It might be me.
Okay, mute yours. All right. So,
All right.
You back?
He back now.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I know. Welcome to the show, Mr. Wright. He just put up a valid comment. He was saying that Georgia's quarterback is going to need to play pretty good under the pressure that Tennessee can put on him.
Man, so I got a theory though, bro. Okay, about this Tennessee-Georgia game. What we got to do is, we got to hit them hard the first couple times. Just, I'm not saying a penalty to hurt him intentionally, but you got to give him that gator arm. You got to pull him in. Because he letting it fly. You know what I mean? With that guy Hooker, and you got to put a body on him. You got to put him on the ground. You got to let him know that we ain't, we're not gonna let you do this, too much. Georgia has to get at him and really put him on it, but more than one time, and just let him know that we're gonna keep pushing. So
yeah, you gotta stop that receiver too.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, I want to pay a little homage to one of Georgia's best coaches that they ever had, man. Vince Dooley. Yesterday. and I want to throw a big shout out to him, man. Big, big ups. I'm sad today because he was one of Georgia's finest coaches. He coached there for 25 seasons, and that was a long time for one coach to be at one team, man. So RIP Vince Dooley. Easy.